Hello everyone, I am Dr. Savita Kadyan from Department of Botany, Postgraduate Government College for Women, Rohtak. Today I will discuss about the topic Volvox. Volvox is a green algae. The main topics which I am going to discuss in this topic is systemic position of Volvox, occurrence of Volvox, vegetative structure, reproduction, life cycle of Volvox. First of all, what is the systemic position of the Volvox? In systemic position, we will discuss from kingdom to genus. First of all, kingdom, because it is a plant, so kingdom is plantae. Division is Chlorophyta. This is in the classification of the algae. The division is Chlorophyta. Chloro means the presence of chlorophyll in this algae. That's why color is green. Class is the same, chloro, plus we have to add physi. In order, always we add ales word. So the order is Volvo. Volvo from Volvox and Volvocales is the order. Family is Volvocaceae. And the last genus is Volvox. Anytime we write any scientific name like it has been written Volvox, we have to capitalize the first word letter always. Now the next is habitat. Volvox include about 20 species, out of which all are aquatic and free floating. Mostly occur in fresh water, and it form a green colored phytoplankton on the surface of water body. Phyto means plants. It form a green layer over the surface of water. It occur as rolling balls of pinhead sized called as cynobia. First of all, what is this pinhead? Means when we see Volvox from a naked eye, then the size is just like the head of a owl pin. The same size is of Volvox, and it has cynobia. Cynobia means colony. The name of a colony is called a synobium. Is a colony in which there are fixed number of colonies. Fixed number of cells are there. That is called as synobium singular and cynobia plural. After that, what is the vegetative structure of the Volvox? Volvox plant body is multicellular, means it is made up of many cells which have motile synobium. Motile means all the cells have flagella. The synobium of Volvox is spherical, oval or ellipsoidal in the shape. Each cell is biflagellate. As I had told you, each cell has two flagella. That's why alga roll over the surface of water by the action of this flagellum. Synobium of Volvox is an assemblage of similar and independent cells. Means each cell is independent from the other. Each cell performs its own function of nutrition, respiration, excretion. They are connected. And each cell is connected to the other cell with the help of plasmodesmata. After that, this is the picture of Volvox as we seen from the microscope. Here these dark color ball sized structures, these are the daughter colonies of Volvox which are present inside the main Volvox colony. This is another diagram in which you can see the dotted one are the different cells of Volvox and these are the colonies, daughter colonies. This has been shown the diagram of a single cell of Volvox. It is a Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas is a unicellular algae, means it has only one cell. And Volvox has just this algae type many cells. As you can see that these different cells have flagella. Similarly here these cells have flagella. Each structure has two flagella and outermost portion vacuole is present. Inside it there is a nucleus, cell wall and pyrenoid. In the pyrenoid, starch grains are present over the pyrenoid. This is another diagram of the same Chlamydomonas or the single cell of Volvox. The same structure is here, just the diagram is with more details. Now next is the reproduction of Volvox. In Volvox, reproduction takes place by two methods, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction means in which sexes are not involved. In this asexual reproduction, it mainly occurs during growing season at maturity. When we have growing season of volvox, then at maturity, this reproduction takes place. What happens in this? First of all, the main procedure is, this is the procedure of the reproduction, asexual reproduction. The first step is that one of the cells of the colony, here you can say that this line where you can say different cells of volvox in the upper line, this is a parent colony from which the daughter colony are formed by asexual reproduction. First of all, one of the cell that goes downward, it becomes bigger in size, it loses its flagella, and then it is called as gonidium. It is the first stage of the reproduction. Then in the second cell is cell divide. So it divides to become two cells. Then from two cell again division take place. Then we have four cells. Then from four cell we have 8 cells. These cells arranged like this. This 8 cell stage is called as plakia stage. After that, this is the plakia stage in which 8 cells are present. Then 8 cells divide again, then form 16 cell stage. At the 16 cell stage, one end is open. Pore-like structure is present. That pore is called as phyllospore. After that, inversion of the colony. After 16 cell stage, the colony starts inverting. Inverting means it starts bulging from the inside. As you can see there in the center, the arrow is from to upward and 2 arrows are in the sides. So one of the arrow where you have seen the center, from the center that colony goes upward and from the outward it goes inwards. Means it is called as inversion. Means whole colony get inverted. Inverted in the sense the pointed area of the cells goes outside and the round area that goes inside. As you can see in the next diagram, this is the main structure after inversion. Means phyllospore comes in the downward position and all the colonies are inverted. And in the last, the young colony is formed. Phyllospore is also closed. There also cells get attached to complete daughter colony is formed. And after this formation, it gets detached from the main plant body. Here you can see this is the asexual reproduction showing daughter colonies. Means first the daughter colonies are formed of the membrane, then they goes inside. These yellow color portions are the volvox cells and this purple color are the volvox colonies. Here you can say there are the 6 daughter colonies. After that we have sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction takes place in volvox by the method in which we have male sex organs, and that is called as oogamous type. Different type of reproduction are there: isogamous type, anisogamous type, and oogamous type. Isogamous type means both the sex organs are of same structure. Anisogamous type, they are of different structure. And in oogamous type, we have in one we have male sex organ, other are female sex organ. Means they are genetically sexually different. The male sex organs are called as antheridia, or we can also say them androgonia. The female sex organs are called as oogonia, and can also say that gynogonidia. This is the plural form, oogonia. Singular we say it oogonium, and in antheridia singular we say antheridium. And in the species, different species of volvox, some species are monoecious and some are dioecious. Monoecious you can also say it bisexual, and dioecious you can say unisexual. This is the easiest way to remember what is monoecious and what is dioecious. Means mono, the reverse is bisexual, means both the sexes are present in the same organism. Dioecious, in reverse we can learn it as unisexual, means in one organism one sex is present. So mostly species of volvox are monoecious. Now some cells, what happens during sexual reproduction, the same procedure is there as we have asexual reproduction, but the difference is that here different sex organs are present. Some cells at the posterior half of the synovium retract flagella, enlarge and become gametangia. As I had told you, here the first structure formed is gonidium, but in sexual reproduction first structure formed is called as gametangium. Now this gametangium, in the gametangium, 2 types of gametangia are there. One is male and one is female. Male gametangium give rise to Antheridium and female gametangium give rise to Oogonium. Now what is Antheridium and Oogonium? Each antherizoid present in Antheridium is uninucleate, biflagellate and possess a small chloroplast. The mass of antherizoids is released at maturity. The protoplasm of female gametangium doesn't divide by metamorphosis into single non-flagellate green spherical algae. So the main difference, as you can see in this diagram, the upper one diagram is showing the development of antherizoids and the lower one diagram is showing the development of oosphere. As you can see that number of antherizoids is more as compared to oosphere. Many antherizoids are formed but only one egg is formed. In the upper one diagram, what is the procedure, what is the development of antherizoids, how it takes place? As you can see that in the first diagram, one of the cell, as you can, I have told you in the asexual reproduction, one of the cells that goes downwards, it loses its flagella, it gets enlarged, then it divides into two cells. In B diagram you can see. Then in the C diagram, the two cells again divide to form the 4 cells, then length 8 cells. And what is phylopore? And then what happens in the formation of antherizoid? Each cell gets flagella over it. So all these cells are not a part of a daughter colony, they are all antherizoids. These antherizoids have to join with the egg. Now next is development of oosphere. Oosphere development is the same as that of the antherizoid development, but in this case only one oosphere will be there. One egg is formed, only one cell is formed. What happens in it? First of all, you can see in A diagram, the cell goes downward, loses flagella. Then in the second diagram, in the B part, it gets enlarged and then sperms can be seen all over it. Now these sperms enter from the upper side, but only one sperm will fuse with the egg, and then oosphere is formed. Before oosphere, what is formed by fertilization? Always zygote. I will tell you later how the zygote is formed, and from the zygote how the oosphere is formed. Okay, this is the development of antherizoids and development of oosphere. Oosphere is also called as egg. Now next is fertilization. What happens in fertilization? As I told you, antherizoid enter into the oogonium. But how the antherizoid can be added? How they reach to the egg? They reach to the egg chemotactically. By some chemical attractions they go there. Only one antherizoid will fuse with the egg from the side, and the egg now becomes zygote. As the same diagram, the fertilization process you can see in this diagram. This is oogonium, this is mature egg. Then from the outside the antherizoids enter, and the antherizoid they fuse, one of the antherizoid fuse with the egg to form the zygote. Now the zygote is formed, and then the next stage, what is zygote? Zygote is a cell which has its own cell wall, but 3 layered: exospore, the middle one mesospore, outer one exospore, middle one mesospore, and inner one is endospore. You can see the diagram of zygote here. Zygote remain embedded inside the oogonium and tides over the unfavorable condition. Means zygote, when it is formed, after that for some time to pass the unfavorable condition, it remains inside the oosphere. Then finally it gets detached from the parent colony, and after that it gets detached, it undergo meiosis. Because zygote is diploid, it takes one set of chromosome from the antherizoid, one from the egg. That's why it is diploid. Now meiosis takes place. Meiosis is a reductional division in which number of cells remains half. Now, prior to germination, diploid nucleus divided by meiosis, and the zygote protoplasm metamorphosized into zygospore. And from zygote, the new synobium or young synobium is formed. Now this is all about the volvox, and last we have the life cycle of volvox. Life cycle of volvox is haploid. Means it is a haploid algae. The haploid gametes fertilize to form the diploid zygote, which divide by meiosis. Meiosis means reductional division. Reductional division means number of chromosomes remain half. Okay. Now, which in this you can see that this is a diagrammatic life cycle of the Volvox. In it, you can see both the cycles, asexual cycle and asexual cycle. In the asexual, the same procedure have been shown here. Then we have sexual cycle. Both have been shown, which I have told you. The same description has been given here. After that, it is the graphical life cycle. In graphical life cycle, we write only the names, not the diagrams. So both have been shown here. This is all about Volvox. Now, what the question can be asked from the Volvox? In long answer type question, the one only question is describe and explain the life cycle of Volvox, in which you have to make the diagram and explain each and every step. But in short answer type questions, one of the questions may be what is the different what you know about the vegetative structure of Volvox. Then in objective type questions we can have this what is plakia stage, what is synobium, what is phyallopore, what are daughter colonies, what is oogonium and theridium of Volvox. All these can be asked as objective questions. I think it is very much clear. Now this is all about Volvox. Thank you.